What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this is the choke plunger. This lever right here is how you turn the choke on. It's 2 stages. Okay. And what it does when you pick it up like this, there's a brass plunger inside of here. As it's raised and lowered, it opens up a channel for more gas to get into the airstream. In other words, the air that's flowing through the carburetor, it opens up another passage and allows more gas to get into the crankcase. What I've seen happen is I've seen people, after the machine hasn't been run much, they'll pick this up. Watch this, you can see how this goes in. See how that goes in? Okay. And what'll happen is there'll be water in their system and there's corrosion here, and that little piston will pick up, the little brass thing will pick up, and then when they snap the choke off, it doesn't go back down again. And like this plug here will be soaking wet, and this side will be nice chocolate brown. That's an indication that this thing did not return the way it was supposed to. This is for your throttle, or your idle setting. Again, if you want it to idle higher, what it does is it hits on the angled part right in there, and it picks this up. So it gives a little more air, gives a little more gas. This is called your air screw. Again, this is what also helps to mix the gas and the air the way it's supposed to be. And remember, it's the air screw, not the fuel screw. So it means if it's running a little bit rich, you'd want to turn it out. And again, you'd look into the manual and it'll tell you where to start with this screw. What I like to do too with them is I take a screwdriver and I thread it in real gentle and count how many turns in it is, write it down, then take it out, because then I know where it was before I started. And you can see these other passageways that were drilled and machined and plugged back off again just to get to where things are supposed to be. Again, this is where your gas comes in. Gas comes in the hole right there. You see the gasket here, cork gasket. This right here is the main jet. Now, this is the jet that the needle sits down in. And again, it's tapered, which gives it a very precise amount of gas flow past it, which is pretty cool. Inside here is what's called the pilot jet. So the carburetors have 3 main circuits. They have idle, they have throttle, from like 1/8 throttle up to full throttle. That's the main jet, that's this. And then you have the choke circuit too. So there's 3 circuits in these simple little carburetors. Again, what you don't want is that little brass jet inside there has got these little bitty tiny holes in it. So any kind of leaves or anything is going to plug those holes. If you've got a machine that you can choke it, start it, and as soon as you turn the choke off, it quits, it means that the little holes in that pilot jet are plugged up. What I like to use to clean those little holes is don't use steel. Find a piece of an old cord of some kind and use that real fine copper wire, because you can clean those in and not mess up the size of those holes. So again, just as a little review, the gas comes out of the tank, it's pushed out of the tank to the fuel pump, hopefully through a filter. Okay, then to the carburetor. It's in the carburetor bowl. The gas, when the air moves through this, if you look inside the carburetor, there's a venturi. In other words, there's a restriction. Okay, the gas is coming in this way, not this way. So there's a restriction. It's called the venturi. So the air speeds up when it goes through that venturi, and that creates a low pressure system. The float bowl is also open atmospheric pressure. So then what happens is the atmospheric pressure pushes the gas up the main jet into the airstream and then into the crankcase. The ultimate efficiency is if you take a hydrocarbon and mix it with oxygen and have an explosion. If it's perfect, the waste products are water and carbon dioxide.